The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And now running right through it. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Play action. Now it's Carr. Wide open, Amari Cooper. A very solid gain of 27. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Running right, here's Walker. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
6:37.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now a 1st down carry here from McCoy. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Oh, he's got it going early in this one. That's the Shady McCoy. That's vintage right there, right? Breaking tackles, creating explosive runs. And if they don't take care of this early, look out. This guy's going to have a big, big day.
You know where he got that nickname Shady, by the way?
I know you're going to educate me on it. Help me out.
Mama. Mama gave him that name when he was a youngster.
And if Mama named him Shady, we're going to.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. Cooper was the intended target. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense.
This is intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll run the toss to Walker, and he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hart. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Anthony Hitchens in there to drop him for a loss on the play. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from up in Seattle. And the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. He completes it to Bryant. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. The 40, 20, 10, 5. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Down, 58-98. Down, 280. 808.
Now Carr to try again after the pick six. He's going to air one out. They've got his man complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders. 49 yards. A give to McCoy. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
29.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Steps away to his left. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the... In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Carr. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And Gold is able to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Off the play fake. Henson on the move to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Now they try the right side here. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And Walker has it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. He got 29 yards that time. Now a handoff looking right. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 9 good yards here on the run, and now third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Raiders on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Kyle Rudolph, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey already? If not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Hot. Hot.
Off play action. Henson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Slide down. Hey. Ready, set.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. The Raiders on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Gold now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set.
To throw again. Henson. He'll leave it for Hunt. Complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Henson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown.
I know it's hard to believe, but sometimes guys who are built with the dimension of linebackers can actually get lost from sight by the quarterback.
Well, they're usually not the tallest guys.
So, yeah, that allows them sometimes to kind of hide down in there, kind of get a little bit lower, and maybe he just never saw him. But, boy, he sure wishes he had. He picked it off and ran it all the way back for a touchdown.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Gone! Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Henson. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Green 39. Green 39. Hut.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Henson. Dancing to his left. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The final shot here before half for Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Hut.
The final shot before break. Henson. And going deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in Oakland with the Raiders on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on. Now, you know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Looking to throw. Henson. He's going to go deep for Conley. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Off play action. Henson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a loose football. And the Raiders have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
To throw his Carr. And that is incomplete here. Cooper was the target there. Third down here.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Throwing his Carr on third down. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds it. And touchdown! Amari Cooper, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Raiders. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Well, those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Yeah.
Because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. To throw on second down. Henson. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Taco Charlton in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Off the play fake. Henson. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position. And they'll go on the ground. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Gold now out to kick it away. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off play action. Henson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
On 3rd down, Henson. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Gun! Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A big play that time for the Raiders. 42 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
Here we go. White down. You got 4. Get down, get down.
They run again with Walker. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Check.
To throw on 3rd down. Carr completes it right side to Cooper. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Carr going to go on 4th down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Raiders on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6.
Get down, get down. 180.
Check. Watch 54.
From the gun, it's Carr. Being chased out left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on third down after having such a long drive going.
Hey, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And out come the Chiefs now. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A good pick up there, 26 yards. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the gun, Henson. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Operating from the gun, Henson. Caught here by Conley. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Back live here now in Salt Lake City. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The offense on third down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Detroit!
From the gun, Henson. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and sneak it here. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now this time he'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down. On 1st and 10, Henson. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Gary and Conley. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now the first carry for Bush. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Back to throw. Henson. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Now the dual threat man, this is DJ Foster. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Rolling to his left. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And down inside the 15 he goes. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Henson finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. Hopkins with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This will be taken short. And not a good return here. He is brought down at the 7-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. The outcome of this one, Well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Carr going to throw here. Throwing left side, it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Looking deep in the direction of Cook. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Duke Dawson picks it. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Intended that time for Cooper. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this second down call after that type of a game.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Off the play fake. Henson. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Down. Watch 84. Get down. 180.
Carr going to look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.